Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 31 of the CoGPod. We are back. We are down a man though. Luke is out this week, you guys.
Damn
he chose disc golf over us.
What?
Dad bitch.
I didn't even know that was a thing, disc golf. It sounded like an excuse.
It's made up.
I agree with you.
It does sound made up.
Well, the important people are here.
That's right.
Well, I don't know about me, but okay.
Well, you're a fan
Making
favorite.
Grim and Amanda. You are.
Yeah, I have to
Grown zone.
I have to put what is it? DMCA? Is it DMCA? The digital media.
I have no idea
I
what
don't know what you're talking about.
I have to send copyright notices to all kinds of people who are posting fake nudies of you online.
Yeah. There's a lot of those out there, man.
Wait, they're not fake, are they?
We should start a Photoshop war of fake nudes.
Shifty eyes.
I want to do a Photoshop war. Fake nudes of Grim. Everybody go.
Please, no.
I'm not
God damn
doing
it, I
that.
hate you.
It's probably going to happen now.
Now people are going to send these in.
Well, we're
So
off
we
to a
were all
bang-up
out
start.
last week.
What?
We were all off last week. Most of us, everybody but you two were at DreamHack. Like, we'll post pictures on our website from
I'm sorry.
DreamHack.
Pollen warning.
I know. And then you guys were supposed to revisit Japan, but some conflicting scheduling happened, so that didn't work out. But that's all right.
Yeah.
So we just took a break for a week.
Just because some fool wanted to learn English.
Yeah, how dare you? Why would you want to learn English on your, golden week?
It's the worst language.
Yeah,
Wait,
that too.
Could a person who is actually Japanese also be a weeb? Is that possible?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Could they be super
we'll pose
into their
that
own
question
culture?
to the fans.
Super.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, but then that's just being proud of your heritage. That's not.
I don't know.
We'll ask the fans.
I hope
their
someone
opinion.
replies with that.
Yeah,
Post
I
it in
hope
the
so.
comments section.
The only reason, the evidence I'm going to give to support that is weebs mimic anime characters. So a Japanese person could also mimic an anime character because they're not. Yeah, they could ugu. Ugu.
They could ugu.
They could ugu.
All right. Yeah, please let us know.
True.
Please let us know.
Yeah, post that in the comments.
Email
But
us.
we will
Did you
have.
guys do anything this week?
Sold my house.
Everybody's like, no. You did.
You sold it?
Yes, sir.
Was
ma'am.
it more than $8?
Add a few zeros, and you'd be right on.
Okay.
$800.
$800, $80.
A U.S.
$80.
dollars, though, right?
Yeah, it's U.S. dollars though, so I'm freaking wealthy now. So
$88 US.
Jesus.
let's not get crazy. $88 US. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So
Well, good.
yeah, and I do have
What are you gonna
pictures
use the
of it
money
for you.
Well, now that you already sold it, what the fuck do I care now? You're supposed
Well,
to
you
do me
weren't gonna
before.
buy my house.
You don't know me.
I do know
She
you
has
actually, and I'm gonna get to know you real well today. Wait, that sounded weird.
Sure.
That's weird.
Just in case anyone's wondering, we're gonna do a get to know your Amanda later. Not anything weird.
It's kind of weird that we went.
No, it's
this
still
is
weird.
31 episodes. We went 31 episodes in before we even did the get to know your Amanda. We did all of yours.
I
way
can
early
explain that though easily.
on. Okay.
Okay. A lot of people probably don't know that your main role is you organize everything and promote everything. So when it comes time to make up good podcast ideas, you make the ideas. So obviously you're not going to think about interviewing yourself. So we interviewed Grim and Luke and me.
Or is she?
Well, I'm just less. I think also I feel like I'm less interesting, and we'll find out real quick how less interesting I am.
That's
nonsense.
nonsense.
It's not. So, disclaimer: this week will be boring. Get to know Amanda.
Amanda, why are you so boring?
She's
Why you
just
so
playing it
boring,
low key.
bruh?
She killed the man last week. Stay tuned for more. That'll get him.
That reminds me.
Next week, Amanda's
That reminds
not here.
me. I want to. I really wish I could afford those mystery murder crates that we were looking
Oh
at.
yeah.
The couple of different ones. They looked interesting.
You should approach them for sponsorship because they're pretty new.
We should. I will. Actually,
You will have our numbers in 9 days.
Will it be 30 months worth?
No,
30 months?
days.
30 days.
30 days. Yeah, so Get your letters
That would
ready
be
to them,
great.
especially. Yeah.
Get my hands warmed up to write them. That's what
Excuse
that sound was
me?
for everybody that can see.
Oh, we can
Wait,
hear
you still
it.
ain't written
You're
them
starting
yet?
a fire.
No, I started to write like just a generic sponsorship letter, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it later."
Well, it's better if it's like customized.
Sorry about that truck.
Did you have beans earlier?
No, that was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It was Cinque de Mayo.
Cinque
de Mayo.
Cinque de Mayo.
Yeah, I put a lot of mayonnaise in my sink.
Mayonnaise is delicious. Do you like regular mayonnaise or do you like Miracle Whip? There's a
Wait,
huge
this
fucking
is a
difference.
question for later then.
Why?
Got to get to know you.
Well, I know, but I can ask. I'm asking you your opinion.
I love
Regular mayo.
mayonnaise.
So regular.
Yeah,
like
I don't
Hellmann's
like
mayonnaise.
salad
Other
dressing.
brands are available. I prefer Miracle Whip.
What's wrong with you?
It tastes better.
No.
Nick, what do you think?
I really don't know the difference, to be honest with you. I
So
don't use it a
Miracle
lot.
Whip has
Wait,
like a
you
little
don't-
bit more of a tang to
You
it
don't know a difference?
because
No,
it's
not
like
really.
technically supposed to be a salad dressing, but it's not really. Nobody
There's no
uses it.
eggs
I
in it.
cannot picture putting mayo on a salad. That's like...
Well, no, people use it
No,
to
it's-
make
it's
like so
Miracle
you take
Whip.
like a ranch packet
Okay.
and then you mix it to make ranch dressing. You add like some other stuff.
I didn't know that.
Either way, I think it tastes better.
But there's eggs in
It's like I
mayonnaise.
also prefer margarine to real butter.
Oh, actually, I
Wow.
do too.
Drop
to
the
be honest
Wow,
with you.
I'm
Drop the
leaving.
mic.
I like it too.
You just
Is
want
Is that
to
ranch
piss me
offensive?
off, don't
Are
you,
you
Nick?
being? I always want to piss you off.
I'm triggered.
It's more fun when Grimm's angry.
I wish you guys could see him because he looks triggered, except for that great big fucking smile. Oh, I'm not supposed to
It's
swear
kind of
as much now.
It's
am
kind
I?
of awkward, isn't it? I have a smile and I'm upset.
You're not.
Can we
You're
talk
not
about
super-
YouTube for a second?
Yes.
How they will demonetize your videos if you swear too much?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, for fuck's sake.
One of ours got demonetized, and apparently it was because
Oh,
of me.
that's what you guys were talking about. Which one?
The one where
apparently
I
don't pay
kidnapped you
attention.
guys.
Oh.
Yeah,
We cursed
so-
a lot in that one?
Well, I did.
No, it's because we got kidnapped.
Oh, is that why?
I don't know. Probably.
Well, what I want to know is how many swears can I do? Can I do 5? Can I do 8?
you can't do 8.
That's all of them.
Oh, okay.
So less than 8.
I
have to
feel
do
like
less
we
than
should
8.
really have a number for this. I want to know.
In the guidelines.
Yeah,
Maybe they should post some guidelines for us.
because
That'd be great.
I can't take someone seriously if they're not swearing. Like that's like
That's
if you said
Normal.
if you'd said you're a fucking idiot, I would believe you because that's like saying I'm serious. You are an idiot.
I'm like legitimately concerned
Yeah.
that you're an idiot.
Yeah. So if you just say you're an idiot, I'm like, haha, you're not serious because you didn't swear.
Nick.
Yeah.
Nick. Question.
Yes.
Are we doing the questions for all three of us first, or are we doing the get to know your Amanda first?
None of them.
Let's do get to know your Amanda near the end because that's going to be the best
Okay.
segment because you're not
Okay.
boring.
Okay, well, let's just do our viewer questions first and bust them out. So Kaylee Starr wants to know, is podcasting your actual job? And if not, what do you do IRL? So no, all of us have real jobs because we don't have a sponsor yet.
Because life
Fingers
sucks.
crossed. I wish it was my full-time job.
Oh,
I
me
would be
too.
on live TV doing interviews all day if they'd fucking pay me for it. But IRL, I work in government, so it's super boring.
Ooh, she's the
It's
man.
Super secret. Excuse me?
Grim, what's your job? The question. What's your job?
My job, I am a slave to grocery stores.
You're like a vendor, right?
Yes, I
You're
am a
just
vendor.
You're vendor services.
Just a vendor.
Okay.
So
See, that's the
I-
attitude that we're fighting against.
I
you.
go to like store to store and stock the product that someone else from our company delivered. I do not deliver said product like everyone thinks that I do.
You just kind of set up the displays and refill and stuff,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
adult
okay.
diapers.
Jesus. He works for Pampers. Other diapers are available. Nick, what do you do IRL?
Partially, I do the same thing that Grim does, but we're
But not
ship-canning
diapers.
that company, but not diapers. Prunes.
Oh, so they go together.
So one
right.
feeds the other.
That's
oh,
right. One end
good
feeds the
job,
other
you
end.
guys.
Thanks, Nick.
Teamwork.
Yeah. But yeah, we're
almighty.
quitting that, and we're gonna have a geek store. And
I'm excited.
It's funny because I do part of my job is like Grim's, and part of mine is like yours because I also have a government contract that we work on.
Yeah. I didn't know you were still doing that.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing
but
that because
I
it's
guess you
easy.
do. Okay. Easy money
but
in the bank.
I want to be a game programmer, and I will be one. So
Will you? Because you can't
You
make
just
a
have to-
game.
yeah, I'm
That's what.
trying.
No, okay. So here's the problem. Here's the problem with Nick.
Yes.
He has so many ideas that he can't just pick one and finish it. He's got to start like 7.
No,
and never
I
finish
understand
one.
that.
8.
8. You have
No,
8 projects all the time.
You haven't no because you haven't done all of them yet. So it's
Well,
7.
the real problem is if you haven't done one before, you don't know if you're capable of not doing it. So you could get halfway through and realize, oh, I'm too dumb for this, and have to start all
No,
over.
you're not.
Has that ever happened?
I think you have a little ADD when it comes to making a game. You like get super into it, and then you're like, "Ooh, this idea," and then run off like a
But
child.
So you're gonna
I
get
can
back
prove I can prove I'm a little dumb though because I just nodded to Grimm's question.
Stop.
and there goes the mic.
and you-
God
The mic tipped
damn it,
over.
You
Nicholas.
keep doing stuff with your mic.
Jesus Christ. Just don't keep your hands away from the mic.
I was laughing earlier because his beard was resting on it.
Luke does that because his beard. Have y'all seen it? It's like legit.
Oh, But Nick, you're
Very
getting
beardy.
you're getting back into tutorials, aren't you?
Yes, I am next month because I'm going to have a new computer because I sold my fucking house.
Nice.
Good.
That's good. You need a new one.
Yeah, I do
You need a new
because
one.
I'm at the office right now and I don't want to be.
Oh, so you're
So,
going to build one for home?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you
And
going to
it'll
buy
have
a new
mic,
pop
too.
filter?
Goddamn right I am. And not from Amazon either, thank you.
Oh, I can link you one. It attaches with a bolt.
Oh, okay,
Get
that would
one
be
that
cool.
attaches,
Actually. Yeah, that's probably
just like this one attaches.
I like
I don't
things that
know-
attach.
like wives and such.
like crabs.
What? Okay, stop. Everybody stop. It's really hard to control you guys when Luke's not here.
Yeah,
okay.
it is, isn't it? Because you spend the whole time
We-
trying to control him, and we just
I do
do
because
our
he
own
talks
thing.
a lot. Okay, next question. This one's actually just for me.
Okay.
Oh.
Vvox88 wants to know, what do you look for in a guy? What attracts you?
How do you know I'm not gay?
Graham, come on.
dudes.
So for me, and probably for most girls, at least the ones that I've talked to about this topic, like personality-wise, we want someone that's spontaneous, like comes up with a random idea and like keeps you surprised, keeps you guessing, keeps you entertained, and has a really good sense of humor is a big deal. And it would be nice if you liked the same things, but honestly, you can work around that as long as they're funny and they keep you entertained.
So far, it's Ted
That's
Bundy.
really about it. What?
Bundy.
Why would it be
Keep
Ted
going.
Bundy? Oh my god.
He's
I like
spontaneous and does
tall
things you wouldn't
guys.
expect. Ted Bundy.
tall guys, dark hair, blue
Ted Bundy.
eyes.
Ted Bundy.
Shut up, Nick. I hate you. I hate you. That's about it.
Girls want
That's it.
I mean,
psychos.
that's the basic.
Thank goodness.
No, like girls, if they're good, then they don't really care about money. They don't care as much about, like, you don't have to be super hot because typically the super hot guys, in my experience, are kind of assholes. So yeah, that's it.
Can I ask
that
a
one.
question, a follow-up one about that?
Y'all,
If there's a tall guy with dark hair and blue eyes and you see him on the side of the road trying to change a tire, but he's got an arm in a cast, would you stop and help him?
no.
Oh, then you just missed your chance with Ted Bundy.
I don't stop for anyone
You know-
unless it's a child by themselves.
You know what's funny is I was riding with my coworker and there was someone hitchhiking in one of the towns we stopped at. And he's like, "You want to pick him up?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." But he's going to sit
What?
in the No, we didn't actually. He's going to sit in the passenger seat so I can sit behind him. I don't trust anyone behind me.
Oh,
That's a
God.
good idea.
But it was pouring rain and this guy's hitchhiking. I'm like, who would pick you up? Like, he had a backpack,
I told
too.
you guys.
He had a huge backpack.
I told you guys the story that was similar to that, didn't I? The one where the people, it was like raining and they were soaking wet and they were in their underwear. And I was at a red light
what?
and they come running towards the car for help. And I ran the red light to get away from
I
them.
don't remember this.
You did say about that. You don't remember this?
Fuck that.
No.
You were there for that.
Was
He
I?
doesn't listen when I talk.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, bro.
Clearly. Wow.
The thing is, like, whatever murderer is chasing them, I'm not getting involved.
No, like...
I can give you another
no.
reason not to pick up people. I
Did you
picked
pick
up
someone up?
Yeah, I picked someone up, and because they were, and there's nothing wrong.
Was he that guy
with
we
these
talked
type of
about?
people.
Who started
Handicapped guy?
killing people in the street?
No.
Hatchet Man?
No. No, this was a handicapped guy, and I gave him a ride home, and he totally can't help it. I understand probably, but he pissed my front seat so full that I couldn't drive my car for a long, long time.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, help people when you can, but maybe not with a car.
Is hitchhiking there illegal?
I don't think so. Everyone does it.
I don't think so.
I think it's illegal here, though.
I have a good example. So I do help people when I can, when I know for sure that there's not a psycho murderer following them. This week at work, part of our shrubbery outside caught fire.
What?
And I ran towards the fire. I'm not the kind of person that would run away. I run towards. So I go out and we try with a fire extinguisher and it doesn't go out. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to stomp on it. So I'm like trying to put the fire out with my boot and it's burning so hot on my foot that I realize, oh shit, it's not like a cigarette butt or anything. It's chemicals that are on fire.
Oh, wow.
And so my boot melted on the bottom and then the fire department pulls up behind me and like puts it out. But yeah, I was putting out literal fires at work this week.
What kind of bushes do you have at work?
So what happened was they came out to treat fire ants and whatever chemicals they used, like there was a reflection that just hit it just right and it caught the mulch on fire.
Wow. Holy
and then
shit.
it tunneled under the mulch and like the fire spread. So,
Is it supposed to catch fire?
Probably not. Well, it probably says don't use near extreme heat, but it's Texas.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, it's like 90 something and then a mirror probably just hit a reflection.
I hope insurance covered that.
It was just a little bit of...
A little bit. Your boot melted.
Needed.
Are the fire
I
ants
know,
okay?
my boss was like, do I owe you new boots? I'm like, no, it's
You
fine.
should have said yes.
I do want some new boots, though.
Well, that was your opportunity.
Anyway, we got real sidetracked on that question.
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember what it was now. Oh, yeah. You like
Because
Ted
it wasn't
Bundy.
for you. So, I don't know how to say this person's name. On Esion fan?
I think it's
Nick, how do you say it?
Onision.
Onision fan? Okay. Wants to know, what are your thoughts on atheism? Is it right or wrong to be anti-theist?
Oh, man, where's Luke?
Yeah, this
What's
would be ideal for
anti-theist?
him. But...
Is that just being an atheist?
No, an atheist means you don't believe. An anti-theist means that you hate religion and want to stomp it out.
Okay. And then he has another question too, but we'll get to that in a minute. So atheism, I mean, it's your own beliefs. Like I'm not an atheist, but Luke's an atheist. So he missed out. He missed out on this question, but
I don't know.
You know,
I feel like
I don't push my beliefs on anyone, so I don't really.
I don't
That's
believe
the way to
in
be.
anything. So as long as like I'll let people.
But are
believe
you
what
more
they want.
agnostic, or are you atheist? Like you don't believe that there's a God, or do you think you just don't know?
I just don't know, I guess. But
Okay.
I don't.
So that's not
I don't
quite
want
an
like
atheist.
stuff forced on me. But believe whatever you want. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you think?
Well, I'd consider myself agnostic. I don't know, and I don't think it's important to know. Actually, I don't think it would make any difference to me. I'd still just be horrible no matter what, if I knew or if I didn't.
You're not horrible.
But,
You're the nicest person I know.
Oh, wow.
I don't,
Your life is terrible. No,
Oh,
but
God.
I personally do think anti-theists are They seem unfriendly to me. I don't think you should like bully people or
Anybody for any reason.
Just
no bullying.
I always say that one person's right stops where another's start. So as long as they're believing in what they believe in without affecting me or someone else, then that's perfectly fine. Let them do that. Don't attack them on their Facebook, all that kind of stuff. But I know a lot of people who do, and they love that kind of thing. So,
that's just trolls.
Yeah,
like a lot of internet trolls. I will say that even though I would call myself a Christian, it's like has a little asterisk next to it because I don't really believe in the Bible or any of really the stories that are in it. And then I also don't believe that there's like a heaven or hell. I think there's just a place that you go after you die. Just like an energy, I would say.
Is it purgatory?
Organized religion. No, like organized religion I don't really like or agree with. But I believe there's something.
Seems like you'd be better on board for Buddhism or something. That might be a little bit better.
Yeah, it is closer. It is closer to that probably than anything. Yeah. So
I've always liked the Shinto thing.
Question. What?
You know, Shinto, where like everything has a little spirit, a ghost, or whatever. And I always thought that was kind of cool. I like that. I mean, if we're picking and choosing from the buffet, I like that.
You know. The other question that he had was, would you classify yourselves as feminist? If so, why? If not, why not?
Okay.
So...
Can I answer first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't classify myself as a feminist, but I feel like it doesn't matter who you are. Everyone should just, like... Everyone should be equal. It doesn't really fucking matter. Like, anything.
Is that not a feminist, though?
I don't think so, because I've said that to some... probably extreme feminists, and they feel like that's wrong because I'm a guy. But I don't really care. Like, I just want everyone to get along because I deal with, as you know, as being a vendor, you deal with stuff like you're treated inhumanely. Like, you're not even a person.
Yeah,
and
body burners.
It really no, you're worse than that. Like, you're no better than the fucking floor they walk on. And I just feel like that's wrong. And I don't care if I were a girl, if I were another, like, race, color, whatever. Like, just treat everyone like how you fucking want to be. Like, would you like it if I was just shitting all over you?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all.
It's fucked up. Like, why would you treat someone that way? Even though, like, as like a manager of a certain store or something, you probably get treated crappily, but don't continue that.
Yeah, don't pass it on.
Yeah.
Stop the cycle of violence.
Yeah.
I think that I'm a feminist in certain ways, but mostly not. I think that as far as job-wise, if you're doing the same job as a guy, you should get paid the same as the guy. Like, in that respect. But as far as typical gender roles, I'm not very feminist. Like, I believe the man should hold the door and chivalry. And I think that the loss of some of the gender roles over the last few years has led to a lot of issues in people's relationships because you don't know who's doing what. When you're an equal partner, then things get confused. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't agree, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I'm definitely not very feminist. I would have preferred to have lived back in the 40s when the men paid for everything and I could have stayed at home. I would have preferred that. Just saying.
I can understand the benefits of that. Like,
it's better for the children that you raise, and if they have like a parent at home, they typically do better. And I don't know. It just seems like things were better back then when the gender roles were more defined.
Interesting.
Just my opinion. And that's coming from a girl, which I know is weird.
I don't know. A lot of There's a certain thing called men's rights activists, which are sort of like the opposite of feminists, or not even the opposite, but they're sort of against feminists, and a lot of them are girls, actually. They want it back in the old-fashioned days, I guess. But my opinions are almost exactly Grimm's, so I really got nothing more to add to that. Well, people should be equal, but it's not just the good things, it's also the bad things.
Yeah.
I think a lot of modern feminism is trying to get more. Like, women want to be above men, not just equal.
Which is very wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like extreme.
That's vengeance. That's not feminism. That's vengeance, right? Mm-hmm. But
the thing is, women aren't the same as men. That's my point. We're not the same. We're not the same. You can't really treat us the same. We're not the same. Our chemistry's different.
No, but in life, you should be paid equally.
In the workforce, we should have equal pay and that kind of thing. Like, in most respects, we should be equal, but we're not the same. You have to keep that in mind.
What if you're walking down the street and you, as a woman, see a guy and you just haul off and punch him as hard as you can? Should he be able to hit you back or no?
Yeah. If I hit him first, then yeah, he should hit me back.
Yeah, but there's no possible way that an average girl is going to hit an average guy as hard as the average guy can hit the average girl. So does that make it uneven? Well, then don't
go around hitting dudes. No.
Well, yeah, but what I'm trying to understand...
Don't start fights.
Why would it be equal in some parts and not equal in other parts?
Because we're just not the same.
Yeah, but I just gave an example of like a strength differential. Like,
that's where we're definitely not the same, is the strength.
Right.
Literally.
But Amanda, you're a bodybuilder.
Oh, God. Definitely not.
That'd be scary.
Yeah, I think everyone should be equal as much as can be. That's my bottom line. Good and bad.
Good. You're nice. You're much nicer than I am. So the next question we got is from Tim _____.
No, you're not supposed to read that part.
_ Oh, excuse me. Okay.
That's because I redact last names. Like the other times.
Oh.
Okay. So Tim says, I love your show. Is it called a show? Podcast. Pod show. Anyway, what game from your childhood would you like to see remade or rebooted?
I think we
like a video game?
Kind of had this discussion. Well, I guess it could be any game.
But if it's not a video game, I would like to see like a really cool reboot of Clue. Like, let's make Clue more fun as a board game.
Would you want it more modern?
Yeah, I want a modern Clue.
So like with technology and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Would you want it to like link to your cell phone maybe?
Yeah.
And it would like call you?
This is going somewhere.
Should we
make that game?
Should we make a patent?
Yes.
Nick, do it. What games do you guys want rebooted? If you had to pick one, let's not do video games because I think we did that before. Pick like a board game.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know. Nightmare.
What?
I don't know what that is.
What's Nightmare?
You don't know Nightmare?
I don't know what that is. Is it Canadian?
No.
Oh, jeez. I'm calling the cops. You were an abused child.
It's okay because it'll take him 10 years to get to me on horseback.
Jeez. No, Nightmare.
What's Nightmare?
It's a traditional board game, except you pop in, and this might be foreign to a VCR tape. I don't know if anyone remembers those.
Are you trying to say I'm like 12?
Yes.
Oh, fuck you.
But like also a lot of our listeners. So.
Oh, okay.
So the board game goes along with a VHS?
Yeah, there's a guy called the Gatekeeper who's a scary like crypt keeper kind of guy.
Is he a skeleton?
Yeah.
Almost. And he yells at you and calls you maggots and
Megan.
Basically Megans. Like the Almond Brothers.
Oh God.
Yeah, he basically verbally abuses you and triggers mini games at certain points that you have to do.
I'm pretty triggered.
He would trigger you.
That sounds like fun. Did they update it when DVDs came out or no?
I don't know. They made a few versions of it because every person playing plays a different monster. Like there's Khufu the Mummy and Gavaden the Werewolf and that kind of thing. And they made different tapes with those characters too being the boss. So it could be, but that's what I'd want.
That would be fun.
Interesting.
Yeah,
You
look
should
it up,
Google it and
please.
see if it's still
I'm
a
looking
thing.
it up right now.
What game would you redo if you had to redo a board game? Grim,
I'm trying to think back of my very minor.
What did you guys play
Board-
growing
what do you-
up? Did you
what are
play
what are you
like
trying to-
Monopoly
What are you
or
trying to say about me?
Life?
Uh,
No, I'm asking.
Monopoly's been redone. They use credit cards now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird.
what else?
I don't really remember. Like, I remember playing Monopoly a lot. And it's funny that we bring up board games because my friend just bought a set of Mahjong, which
What is
it's
that?
a Japanese game. And it's used, so like, for us, like if people play Mahjong on the computer, it's like stacked up in a tower and you have to match pieces together to get down to the bottom layer or whatever and get them all gone.
Oh, that sounds kind of
But
cool.
it's not like that, like if you're playing like the real version. So like it's like cards. You have to like get a hand that's like really good and then play it.
Huh.
But you can only play it if you have a certain hand. And I'm not sure exactly how to do it in person because he was playing it via a game that told him he was allowed to do like a certain hand or whatever.
So did you guys have this game growing up where it was like set up like a mall and like a lady would talk to you and she'd be like, go to the kitchen store, and you would go and like spend money and you had to go to like all the different stores? It was kind of fun. Well, I guess that's like a girly game. I don't think that you
I don't know.
played that.
Well, I mean, like, so obviously growing up, like I had babysitters and stuff, but one of my babysitters had all girls as daughters or whatever, like as their children. So like we played a lot of different games, but I don't remember that. I don't know.
Okay. It's probably just a girl
Yeah.
thing.
I don't know.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Luke. I am here. Sorry I missed the actual recording this week. I was playing in a disc golf tournament on Saturday, so I wasn't able to record. But I am still doing the editing, and we had some technical difficulties. Nick's mic started acting up and doing some static on us, and so they had to stop and get that all fixed, but everything worked out, and they kept on going. So second half's coming up, and I missed you all this week. I will see you next week.
All right. So the next question we got is from Sean Starter. He wants to know, what epic song would you like to see in a video game? By the way, Taylor Swift sucks.
How many swears have I done so far?
I don't know.
I'm going to guess the limit's 5, and this is 4, you motherfucker.
Oh, that one's really bad.
Nick is triggered.
I am triggered. I'm shaking badly.
I thought that was targeted at you.
What song do I want
think it was.
from
Or
epic song
Taylor
for
Swift.
a video game? So it's going to take me a second. Let me think. Epic song for a video game. Man. Why is the only song that comes to my head that stupid song from Sips?
What?
That You're a Big Girl song.
Oh, that's because you
I
were
don't know how
listening
you
to
would
it.
incorporate. I don't know how that would incorporate into a fucking video game.
I don't know.
For
Just
some
like
reason,
a fat girl.
when you say that, I just think of the pull-up song.
Oh God.
You know,
I'm a big
You're
girl.
a big girl. God bless it. What songs do you like, Grim?
I don't know.
Big epic songs.
Epic songs, dubstep.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Did you say dubstep?
Yeah, that's what everyone uses now, right?
Fuck off.
Blom, blom,
is that
blom,
what you
blom.
want?
Womp 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 womp. Awful.
Oh, we just found our new theme song. Womp, 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 womp.
Wob wob wob. Welcome to the cock wob 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 wob. Jesus.
I'm gonna leave now. Fuck this.
Talk about a shit.
I
show.
You
actually
started
hate
this.
dubstep, by the way.
I do too.
I don't know. What would I use?
Womp, 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 womp.
No.
Stop. That's all you can hear.
I don't know.
David Guetta, Titanium.
I honestly enjoy like midis and stuff for games, so
What, that old beep beep stuff?
yeah, the old beep beep stuff instead of that bomb bomb stuff.
Beep, 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 womp, womp, beep, beep. Jesus Christ.
Damn it, Amanda.
I'm so sorry.
That's awesome.
I'm so sorry.
I like that, though.
Are we ready for the next question?
Wait. I got one.
You have one?
Burn by The Cure.
It's not Taylor Swift.
Oh.
No.
What about Enjoy the Silence? by
Oh, yeah,
Depeche
that
Mode?
would be good,
I really
too.
like the new version that Kai Theory did for Ghost in the Shell. Was really good.
You know, I'd never listened to any Depeche Mode until you mentioned that specific song, and I've listened to that about 40 times since then.
It's so
It's really
good. It's
good.
my favorite song of all time is Enjoy the Silence.
Yeah. That's
All right. So, last question that I have is from Media Loves Me. If you could make a game, what would you make? What game would be closest to what you'd like to do? So that's probably going to have to be like a Nick question because you're like actually a game developer.
good. Well, kind of. Trying to be. Want to be.
He's a wannabe.
I want to make a horror/adventure game like the old style point and click stuff. And I guess the closest one would be Detention, which is pretty much exactly that. So that's my answer.
Is that on Steam? So
Yeah.
I can try
yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's
It
awesome.
is?
One of the best horror games I've ever played, and it's 2D side scroller, and I hate that kind of game normally, but this is one of the best
Yeah.
horror games I've ever played.
It's kind of
Do you like it
puzzler,
better
isn't
than
it?
Colot?
A little bit. I'd say it's tied, to be honest. And
Okay.
Colot's
'Cause I
really,
know that's
really
they're
one of your
good.
different
favorites.
types of games, though, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very different.
So
But, I mean, in terms of how much I like them, they're probably roughly equal.
Cool.
So.
I like Minecraft. I mean, that's it.
Do you want to make a Minecraft game?
I would love to have.
I'm playing
like,
a Minecraft game.
a Minecraft game like Terraria. You guys have been playing a lot of Terraria lately. It is
Terraria.
similar to Minecraft.
I played more
But what's
Portal
the one
Knights
we were
today.
gonna download?
Portal Knights.
That's what I want to download. How much is it?
I think it's $12 to $15. I
That's
think
not
it
bad.
just
Okay,
went
I need
off
to get
sale,
that.
but it has like the 3 classes or whatever, and I was
4
a
player though, right?
Yep. And I was
Okay.
a mage, and I didn't really care for that, and I switched to Archer, and I like that a lot better.
You might
gonna
want
be
to
Archer.
wait, though, because Steam Summer Sale is almost upon us.
When?
That thing's
So
a scary thing.
forget what your money looks like, because you'll never see it again. I think
don't
it's
have any
next
anyway.
No
month.
fucking.
Oh, you'll have
Steam.
less then.
We'll gift you a game, Graham.
No,
Yeah.
don't you dare.
Put a wish list.
I'll-
Grim, make a wish list.
I have some. I have like 7 games on it.
I'm going to
Okay,
get you
good.
Cutie Bunny Hop Hop.
I think Slime Rancher, I was watching actually someone stream that today, and it's in like pre-release or whatever they call that, early access.
yeah.
And it looks interesting.
Sips plays a lot of it. He
Like,
loves it. Like he
it's-
gets into it.
It's
hardcore.
adorable.
I don't really see the point of it though. Like you're just moving stuff around and then you feed your slimes and you
Yep.
go out and you get more stuff and bring it back. It's almost just like a farming simulator, but a
Yeah,
little bit
basically.
different.
But I'm sure once it's out
Yeah.
of early access, it'll be more than that.
Yeah. He did a lot of Sips played a lot of it
Okay.
a little while back.
Do you know what percentage
seen
of games actually make it out of early access?
Is it 8?
37.
Nope, it's much less than 1.
Oh.
It's
You know-
something like
Shit.
0.43%
You know
of
what's
the games
funny
ever make
is
it
I
out.
backed a game called Sea Wars, and it's like a tactical, kind of like Advance Wars, Nick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's kind of like that, but it's live. So like it's not turn based. So like you can move just whoever, whenever, and attack people. And it's still being made, and I think I backed it like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
How big's
That's
the
why-
team working on that?
I don't remember, but I don't back people anymore because of that. It's
Damn,
depressing.
you ruined it for everyone. Now Grimm's Millions will never be ours.
I know.
Right.
Wow, fuck you, Amanda. Oh, there's another one.
You just put us
We're
over
gonna
the
hit our
limit
limit
now.
on this one.
Damn it.
I think it's got to be 5. Five's got to be it. So that's our last one. So watch it.
Okay. Bleep yourself next time. If you want to say the F word, just go wub wub. Go wub wub yourself.
Go wub wub yourself. Oh, that's got to be the title. Come on. Please, I beg you.
Jesus.
Go wub wub
Okay.
yourself.
Go wub wub yourself. How do you spell it? Never mind. We'll figure that out later. Anyway,
Okay.
I have a movie review for you guys.
All right.
What movie
do that
is
up.
it?
So I went to see a movie that got terrible ratings, like that, as if that's not the norm.
Was
for
it
me.
Guardians of
I
the
went to
Galaxy
see-
2?
Oh, I hope
No,
not.
not yet. We're gonna see it this week. I went to see Unforgettable, which was the scary movie with Rosario Dawson and Katherine Heigl in it.
Wait, Amanda. Was it forgettable?
Yes. So basically, so what happens is Katherine Heigl cheats on her husband and they get a divorce. And so then the husband is now going to marry Rosario Dawson, and Katherine Heigl's a psycho. And so she goes crazy on her and like does all these things to try to get them to break up, and then just straight up tries to murder everybody. And spoilers, in the end, she dies.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. It wasn't worth watching, so don't bother. But no, Katherine Heigl and Rosario Dawson, like their acting was really, really good for what they were given. They did great with the parts.
Bad
Both
material.
great actresses.
So,
It's just the story was super predictable. Like you already knew.
so did she?
Like even just seeing the preview.
did
exactly
she
what was
mess
gonna
with
happen.
her like without them knowing it was her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She like made a fake Facebook account and like just.
I mean, at least
it was
that's
very
kind of
predictable.
interesting. At least.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I'd give it like a 5 out of 8. Like if you're bored one day and you just happen to see it on Netflix, it's fine. But
It'll be one of those that goes to Netflix like right away.
yeah, it will be. It will be. It wasn't that great, so there you go. That's it.
I have a request for you to review.
Okay.
Like, not right now, but I would like to
Okay.
get your opinion on Logan sometime.
Didn't we do that? Didn't Luke and I review Logan?
Did you?
I feel like we did.
I think
We
you
saw it
did.
together.
Oh,
I think
well, then
we did,
I'll
Nick.
have to go back and watch that then.
Oh,
Crap, I just
have
outed
been
myself.
I have been watching the TV series Scream that they do on MTV. It's based off of, and it is directed by Wes Craven, off of his Scream trilogy, because Scream number 4 doesn't exist in the real world. Pretend that never happened, because it was the worst movie I've ever seen. So I love the Scream trilogy. It was like one of my favorite things. It was like a genre changing type thing when it first came out. So I had really high expectations for the TV show, and that's why I hadn't watched it yet, because I was like, oh, it's MTV. They're not going to do it justice or whatever. But then I started watching it per suggestions from people online, and it's like actually super duper good, and I just like binge watch it straight all night. It's like watching a really, really long, scary movie, and it's like Wes Craven, so it's really good. But season 1, I did guess who the killer was, and I got it right. And so now I'm formulating to see who my guess is going to be for season 2 to see if I'm right. I had a guess, and then she died, so it wasn't her.
It's really
I'm
not
gonna
campy. It's really well done.
No, it's very straight up just slasher TV show. It's really good. So watch that if you like that kind of thing. That's it for my reviews. Do you want to do Get to Know Your Amanda?
Go.
Yeah, it's time for an interview.
Going into that,
no.
I want to ask you how you feel about Wes Craven.
He's good.
Yeah?
He does good work. Yeah.
Have you ever had an issue with anything that you've seen?
From him?
Yeah.
I didn't have any issues, but Nightmare on Elm Street, that's Wes Craven, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Okay.
New Nightmare.
I think it is. So whenever I was super young and I would have like a recurring nightmare, and I told my brother about it, who's a few years older than me, and then we watched Nightmare on Elm Street, and he was like, you know what you should do? When you have this recurring nightmare, he's like, try to take control of your dream. Remember Nightmare on Elm Street? Take control of your dream, and you can change it. And so then in the dream, I had the dream again, like the recurring nightmare, and I took control. It was a nightmare about me getting kidnapped from like a grocery store. So in the dream, I took control and like murdered the people trying to kidnap me, and then I never had the dream again.
That's why you're so messed up.
No, that was like when I first discovered that I could have lucid dreams and take control and knew it was a dream. Like, that's when I first figured it out.
It ruined it for you.
Attribute that to Nightmare on Elm Street, like opening up my mind to that possibility.
So he sort of saved your sanity then, Wes Craven did.
A little bit. He did. He helped me out.
Or made you crazy.
Or made you crazy.
Right.
One of the two.
It's a small difference.
But we'll find out more about that right now.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah,
Okay.
so tell us a bit about that guy you killed last week.
I didn't kill anybody. What are you
So,
even talking about?
There we go. So Amanda hasn't killed anyone. That's the first question.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said I didn't kill anyone last week.
There we go. Well, I think I'm going to start off with a question that we got specifically for you
Okay.
from Lazarich the Lich.
One of our faves.
Yeah.
What up, buddy?
And he asks, what is your dream job, dream salary, and location of said dream job?
Oh,
So this is a multi-parter.
this is going to sound really stupid. So my actual dream job, what I would love to do if I could afford to open up a studio of my own, is to teach middle school and high school girls how to twirl batons, rifles, and flags for like color guard, because that's what I did growing up, and would love to be an instructor for that. But you have to have like a lot of capital to start up. And I only would want to make enough money to be able to take the girls on trips and like competitions and pay all my bills, like just the bare essentials. I don't need to make a ton of money. And it doesn't really matter where to me, just as long as I'm happy with the city I'm in.
So I wouldn't have expected that at all. So I feel like I'm already
I know.
getting to know you a bit better, because that seems
You guys look
way
so
out of left
surprised.
field.
Y'all seem so surprised.
I
Man, why
want
are you
to
so
teach
weird?
girls to twirl guns and ribbons and flags.
Well, she's from
They're
Texas.
not
It has to
real
be guns.
rifles. They're not real rifles. Jeez.
No, that's a good answer, and I mean that's really kind. I just wouldn't have expected it. Like,
So,
you just
so
caught
to
us off
elaborate
guard.
on that, where would you want
Okay,
to
so-
live if you could choose?
I would probably stay here as long as my best friends are still in this area. But if they all move somewhere else, then I'll just go where
Okay.
they are. Like, I'm not really tied to one city. Like, we don't plan on having kids. We can just pick up and go. We don't own a house. Like, we can go wherever we want to go if we want to go. But partially the reason I want to have a studio with these, girls dressing up in their little jackets with like the name of my team on it, and they
What's the team name?
are trained by me. It depends. So I wanted to, originally when I thought of this idea, I was still thinking that we were going to be moving to Missouri, which we may or we may not, but it's like Tornado Alley. So then it was going to be called, oh God, what was it? Oh, Twirlwinds. And it would
pretty
be like
good.
it's like a tornado symbol, but made out of batons twirling around
And
on
guns.
their jackets.
I would like to see guns in the tornado.
So, the Twirlwinds, and we would go to competitions. And since I wouldn't have kids, then I could just completely like overly shower these kids with gifts and get time with kids in that way.
But you can give
Because
them
they
back
go
to
home
their parents.
Exactly.
I'm going to make you a Twirlwinds logo eventually. Maybe not right now, but I like that name so
That
much.
would
I'm
be
going
great.
to I'm going to put in the time and
That's pretty good.
I
Maybe
mean,
we'll-
we have tornadoes here too. So I mean, if I stay in Austin and open up the Twirlwinds, it still makes sense. But
yeah.
yeah, that would be actually what I would want to do.
But in Austin there'd be like scorpions in the tornado and stuff.
There's only a few. I actually looked it up. There's only a few small little places in Austin that even train. There's like 2.
So are there
it's not a very big
competitions
thing.
for this? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you did this when you were younger.
I did baton twirling in middle school, and then in high school it was color guard, so flag twirling. While so the band's marching and we're twirling flags in sync with the band music.
Did you win awards and stuff for that? Were you pretty good at it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Won a lot of stuff.
Oh, see,
My
we're
letter
learning stuff
jacket is
already.
just covered. So I have a letter jacket, and I lettered in academics, which is like a really weird thing. So on a letter jacket, you have like the letter of your high school. So there's a big A on mine. And then you have like a patch for what you lettered in. But for academics, the patch is like this weird thing that looks like a genie bottle. So it looks like I grant wishes. I don't know what the point of that. But then like all the patches that cover all of the letter jacket are all band and twirling related.
Oh.
Like
That's
I was a
pretty cool.
huge band nerd.
That's pretty neat.
What else you got?
Where have you traveled so far? Like, where have you been to see where you'd like better?
Not very many places in the States. I've been kind of like Louisiana, obviously, through Oklahoma and Kansas and St. Louis, been up there. Haven't really been anywhere in the Northeast. Haven't been to Florida. I went through New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, California, like up that side. But I've traveled more outside of the U.S. than inside the U.S. So obviously in Texas, you've been to Mexico. So we don't even need to say that. Like I went to Cancun or other places in Mexico. But right after college, I went on a backpacking trip with one friend of mine through Europe. So we went to Dublin and then London and then Paris, Berlin, Amsterdam, and Athens.
Oh, wow.
So,
Sounds like Euro
been
trip
quite a few
almost.
places. It was kind of like that. We stayed in hostels and the whole deal. Oh, wow. So it was just me and her, which was kind of probably not the best idea. Two
No kidnapping?
American girls staying in hostel. Yeah, like it was right before. It was like a year or two before the movie Hostel came out. So I was just glad that the movie was after. I would have been terrified going into it.
After I got back,
So, yeah.
I'd be like, what's wrong with me? Why didn't I get kidnapped?
But I'm not good enough for you. But no, I did miss when we were traveling. The one thing that we missed most was Tex-Mex food. Like nowhere has it, so I couldn't get queso. I couldn't get nachos and tacos and stuff. So yeah,
I don't think we have to elaborate what your favorite food is because we all know that.
Yeah, I think
everyone
everybody
who's
knows
ever
that.
listened to the show.
It's burritos, right?
Burritos,
Tacos, though.
Tacos?
Too, right?
tacos. You got some
The
tacos,
Tico tacos.
some taquitos.
Whoa.
Okay, what else you got? What other
I
questions
know you
got?
cook too. What's your specialty in that? It's not Mexican food when you're cooking, is it?
No, and I don't really cook. I bake more than I cook.
Oh yeah.
I can make like chocolate cakes or carrot cakes, like pretty much anything that you give me a recipe for, I can make it.
Ah,
and it turns out
typical
really
girl.
well for some reason.
Baking.
Yeah, I mean, I can bake just fine, and I enjoy doing it. I like the idea of making something that I can share and give to other people, and they enjoy it, and it's kind of a nice gesture. So, my favorite thing to bake is 7-layer bars. So, and butter apparently counts as a layer in this thing.
Wow.
So it's graham
That's
crackers.
interesting.
Let me tell you how to do it. Graham crackers, like crushed. And then you just pour melted butter over it and mix those together. So that's supposedly 2 layers, but really it's just the crust. And then you put sweetened condensed milk and chocolate chips or butterscotch chips, like whatever kind of chips you want in there. You can add as many or as few as you want. And then you put unsweetened coconut on top. Because if you put sweetened, it usually turns out like a little bit too sweet. So unsweetened coconut is the top layer, and then you just bake it until it browns. Let it get kind of solid for a few hours before you cut it up, and it's like the best thing ever.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you an
Delicious.
introvert or an extrovert?
That's kind of hard to say. When I was younger, I would have called myself an extrovert because I don't mind being up in front of hundreds of people speaking. I don't really get nervous about being on stage and giving speeches and stuff. And I'm pretty much an open book as far as that goes. But as I've gotten older, I've turned more into an introvert. Like I don't go out as much. We don't go to bars all the time and that kind of thing. But I do prefer being around more people. Like my ideal situation would be for me to have an entourage, like 4 or 5 people that just literally hang out with me all day, every day, and never leave. And that would be wonderful.
That sounds tiring to me.
I hate alone time. When I'm alone, I want to die. So I guess that means I'm an extrovert.
That definitely means that. That absolutely means
I hate
that.
alone time, and I want 5 people with me at all times. So I guess it's an
Yeah,
extrovert.
you're an extrovert. Do you want to be famous?
Okay.
Like, do you want to
I
be
don't really
famous?
care.
No?
I think that the amount of scrutiny you get being in the limelight would be really hard for my psyche to deal with my low self-esteem issues. I think it would be even worse if I was in the spotlight. I think it would be fun, though, to have like a show where people, just to get myself and my message and, you know, what I want to do to more people.
What is your
Because
message?
a podcast, love everybody. Love everybody, have fun. Don't hurt anyone. Just enjoy life. That kind of thing. But I would love to have a talk show. So similar to like podcasting, but live. Because you guys all said you don't really like doing the live ones.
But you
Whereas that's
prefer
what I
that.
prefer to do.
You love
I
doing
like
the
the
live
idea
ones?
of live. Yeah, I don't care. Like if you have screw ups, it kind of makes it better. It makes it funnier.
Makes it real.
It makes it more real. Like anybody that gets up and does a speech or has a show, they're gonna stumble at some point. So it's just kind of.
I don't know what you're talking
It just
about.
seems
I'm
more
perfect.
natural. Sure.
We can tell that,
Because
but not everyone is.
We can tell. We can tell because middle of this podcast, we had to stop and start over because our shit broke.
I guess that was technically my fault, as usual.
Wow, Nick.
No, I blame bad internet. It's the
Yeah.
internet connections.
It's those ghosts.
But we cut it so that the listeners don't notice. But had it been live, like we would have just been like, oh, filling time.
I would have
Until
flipped
you
the
get your
desk
shit
and
fixed.
been like... what am I supposed to
You
say?
just-
Wub wub.
Wub wub. Go wub wub yourself
Go
and then you
wub
flip
wub
the
yourself.
desk.
We're at a swears.
Oh my god.
So that's pretty cool. You if you were famous, you'd spread your message, but you'd want to have a talk show. Who would be the first person you'd want to get on your talk show?
Nina Dobrev.
Still?
You already knew the answer to
yeah,
that.
but still.
I thought you gave up on her though.
I will always love Nina. It's like
Can you
your
sing a
first
little bit
love.
of that
You
song?
never- What song?
I will always.
No, see, you just did it for me.
God damn
You
it.
just did it for me. Ah,
That's twice
tricked
you got me to sing today.
I tricked you. I would have my first show, if I got to pick like several guests, Nina Dobrev, Simon Lane from the Yogs cast, and like David Tennant, because he's my doctor. Who else would I have? I would have Conan O'Brien, because he's really funny.
Does he still have a show?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he does.
So
That's about it, I think, though, for the first show.
Nina Dobrev,
That's a lot
Nathan
for
Lane,
one
was
show.
it?
Simon Lane,
Oh,
he's from the
Simon
Yogs
Lane.
cast.
I'd get Nathan Lane.
And
He's
then
funny.
David Tennant. David Tennant.
Okay.
If I had to pick 3, those are my 3.
What's your all-time favorite TV show?
Of all time?
Yep, and you only get one.
Oh, man. It's unbelievably close between Vampire Diaries and Supernatural.
But you gotta
Vampire
choose
Diaries
one.
will always have, like... Okay, if I have to pick, it's Vampire Diaries.
Okay. How about movie?
So... Oh, shit.
Movie or movie series? Like movie multiple.
I'll allow series, but no multiple different movies.
Right. Okay.
Can I tell from different genres?
Nope.
Like what I would pick for different genres?
You can, but that's going to be a separate question. I need your all-time favorite movie of all of them first.
Of all time. Man.
You try to get wiggle out of the hard questions.
The Paranormal Activity series.
Okay, and what about in the other genres then?
So in the comedy genre, it would be The Sweetest Thing, which is like the female version of Dumb and Dumber, if you haven't seen it. It's got Christina Applegate and Cameron Diaz.
Oh.
And I quote it all the time.
What are the other categories? It'd be like, or is that just the other one you want to mention?
Like a romantic comedy would be Just Friends, which is Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart. And then like action-packed, I would say Fast and Furious series.
Blah.
Whatever.
All right, we know who your favorite actress is. Who's your favorite actor? Is it one of those ones you'd want on your show?
Probably David Tennant, yeah.
Okay. And he's a doctor
was really
of some
good.
sort?
He's Doctor Who. He's the only Doctor Who. Everybody else's doctor is wrong. And he was really good in Jessica Jones.
Oh, what if I don't like Doctor Who?
Anything else.
Ooh. You're triggering the entire internet right now.
We can see it, but it's the best.
We just broke the internet. You broke the internet. When I first started watching Doctor Who, I had never even heard of it until I dated Luke. And he was like, you like shitty effects and like weird sci-fi, because Buffy was probably one of my favorites ever. And it was like really shitty characters and like terrible effects. And he was like, okay, watch Doctor Who, but give it a minute. Like, don't judge it right away. So we started with the reboot with Eccleston as that doctor. And the first few are so cheesy. It's like mannequins come alive and it's just shit, right? But I was hooked right away. And then I was pissed when it switched from Eccleston to Tennant. I was like, I'm never going to love another doctor as much as Eccleston. And then Tennant comes along, and every episode he makes me cry, and you just feel it. Like, he really makes you feel the show. And then I refused to watch when it switched to Matt Smith because I didn't want to let go of David Tennant, but eventually I had to. And then I stopped watching after I saw most of Matt Smith. I haven't seen any of the new Doctor because I can't understand what the fuck he says. His accent is way too thick to turn on subtitles for that guy.
I watched one episode of Doctor Who, and I didn't know what it was, so I didn't have anything to base it on, but I watched one episode, and then I switched it off, and I was like, this isn't going to go anywhere. This is stupid.
It's been on for like 7 years. You had no idea.
That's why I don't do TV programming, because I don't know what
Did
people
it have
like.
any garbage cans in the episode?
Oh, those things that go around making weird noises and yeah. No,
Eradicate.
No.
Did it have the weeping angels? Like where if you're looking at the statue,
I hear they're interesting.
They don't come at you. They're the most terrifying things ever. I have one on our stand out front, like with all my other amiibos and stuff. So if you look at them, then they don't attack you. But the second you look away or you blink, they move forward and come at you. So those were the best.
Isn't that
episodes,
just like those ghosts
angels.
on Mario Brothers? There?
Yes, exactly that. It is exactly that.
Maybe that's where they got
just
the
all
idea.
you got to do is hold out your fist in front of you and then look the other way. They'll just ram right into it. It'll be fine.
No, they just take you. If they get to you, then you disappear and you're gone.
Oh.
Like, they don't actually injure you. They just take you to another dimension.
Speaking of scary things, what's your greatest fear?
Burning alive.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No.
Meanwhile, just the
Second
other day
is-
you were stomping on a chemical fire, so you can't be too scared of it.
I can't help it. Okay, so burning alive. Second is being buried alive. And then third would be drowning.
Alive.
Alive,
Alive.
not dead.
I mean, how
You can't
is he
drown
drown
dead.
alive?
Well, I just had to make the other
getting
ones
rid of a
match.
body. That's not... Jesus.
I just drowned
Yeah,
a
so
guy the
fire.
other day.
You could come back while
Fire.
you're in the river, pond, whatever. Wouldn't that be scary?
No.
What if you were
Anyway.
buried under a river, like under the water, under the mud, under the river?
Oh my God, I didn't even know that fear existed. And now
While
it's
on
there.
fire.
Nick! Oh my God. No, what happens is you get out of the box and you dig your way up into a river that has oil on top that's on fire. So you have to get out of a box, through the water, through the fire.
So what do you do once you see this? Do you go back down or do you go up?
Rip. You just give up.
Just float down river. The end.
Just accept it. Just let it happen.
So, on to better topics. What would you say you're passionate about?
Ooh. Not a lot. I don't really have a lot of interests, which is why I call myself boring. I like scary movies and TV shows. Like, obviously, I'm passionate about that. And I used to be passionate about the twirling stuff, like when I was younger. Also, when I was younger, and this was a thing that people actually did, kids these days wouldn't know, we would just get in the car and like turn our music up all the way as loud as we could, and you just drive up and down the strip.
Yeah, they still do that. They still do that.
Do they? Okay.
Oh, yeah, around here.
I'm not that old then. Okay. So driving around, I like to just sit with my friends and hang out in a room and just talk or listen to music. Like, we don't even have to be doing anything.
What do you talk about?
But
everything.
Everything. Stupid TV shows, stupid movies. We make fun of people outside. Like, we call it the sit and judge, where we like look out the window and we just judge people as they walk by, or if we're in the car, it's the driving
terrible.
judge.
What if I walked by?
I know we don't
me.
mean it. We're just being funny. We're just being funny. We're just picking on something.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
it's like trolling, but they don't know that we're trolling them.
This is the next question. Would you pick on Grim if he walked by your window?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
I would pick on anybody.
You're worse than me.
Literally find something to pick on.
It's okay, because
But
I'd
the
look at
next
those
part-
people on the porch and be like, "Wow, bunch of losers."
I would look at Grim. And be like, "Oh my God, who still wears V-necks?" Like, honestly.
Hey, I wear it as an
That's the
undershirt.
thing I would say.
The next part of the story is he pulls from under his sweater a bunch of swords and kills you.
Well, she can't say anything if she's
Oh my
dead.
God.
That's right.
I'd be like, "Oh, wub wub," and then rip, I'm out. Just die.
God. That just made my year. Right there.
Has it? You're still
That
early.
was so funny. Wub
What else
wub
you got
rip.
for me? Wub wub rip. Jesus Christ.
Man, this episode's not like a episode of Rick and Morty.
It's like a shit show,
Hold
but
on, I'm
just
drooling a little.
this version of it. Stop it. That I hate. Okay, so I don't watch Rick and Morty, and it's because of the drool that comes out of his mouth. I can't get past it.
You
I
see-
can't get past
Did you
it.
see the
That's
thing?
what
I
I
happens
don't
to people who
understand
drink
why
a
it's
lot.
there. I can't understand why it's there, and I can't stand it. It grosses me out.
People who
Just
drink
like
a lot
on
have
Always
drool.
Sunny in Philadelphia, Danny DeVito's character is always just spitting, and he has shit
He's
all
just
over
a
his face.
slob,
and it,
yeah.
Ugh. Oh, it
But he's
just
like one of the best
disgusts me
characters.
So bad. He is. I can tolerate it for Danny DeVito, but not Rick and Morty.
Oh, it's so good though. So good. Once again, you're making Imorpheus cry.
I don't know.
I know. I did watch the episode.
I've never watched it.
You've never watched
You
it?
didn't. I did watch one episode. Luke made me watch the one that was about Me6, which is our bot in our Discord chat, and it was really
Me6.
funny. That episode.
I
was funny. Me6.
think he was made up.
It's
I
funny,
didn't know he was part of Rick and Morty until someone pointed it out to me. Which was
Yeah.
Morpheus.
Yeah, I think you should watch that show. I mean,
I
despite the
refuse
little
now.
drool thing.
Maybe
Why?
I should try to give it a chance. I can try
You
to
should.
get past the drool.
Just put a little like sticky note over top of his face when you're watching it, so you can't see the drool.
or just pretend that it's not there. Just
Yeah.
block it out of my mind.
Change the colors on the TV so it looks like blood.
I'll
or
give it a
something.
shot. If you guys think I should give it a shot, I'll
I
give
do.
it a shot.
I think you should, because I should, but I don't.
Okay. I'll do it.
All right. Well, you ask some questions, Grim.
I don't have any
What do you want to know about
questions.
Amanda? You don't know Amanda that well that you don't have any questions.
Amanda, are you a boy or a girl?
God damn it. Obviously, I'm a chick.
Are you? You're pretty
you-
tall,
you're
aren't
being
you?
real rude now.
It's just being rude. Are you mad because I picked on your V-necks? Is that why you're
that's what's
getting
so
back
on.
at
it's
me?
it's on now.
Triggered you?
It's on now. If you don't wear a V-neck, you can't rip it like Hulk Hogan when you get mad.
Well, see, I wear a V-neck under my shirts, so my regular shirts don't get like really dirty.
I know.
It's smart.
Almost all guys wear an undershirt.
Do they? Nick, do you?
They do.
See?
I I do
friends-
something though. I
Luke-
wear a jacket that I don't care about over my other clothes, so it gets dirty, and then I can take it off after.
That's
so, yeah.
smart. That's smart. That's smart.
you.
Luke wears an undershirt every day.
It's easier
They're
to
all just
bleach a
white
white
tees.
shirt than to deal with
it's easier to do
sweaty
it. I get it.
Whatever.
But it doesn't need to be a V-neck, though.
You know what? I hope you stub your toe.
Aww. So rude.
I thought you would say something like, "I hope
can
you
tell
wake up under a river."
Do you
or
want
something.
me? Do you want me just to tell you random facts about me?
No. What's your favorite animal?
Okay.
Any animal.
Oh,
Siberian
I know what it is.
tiger.
All right.
Oh no, I don't. I didn't know what it was. What's your least favorite animal?
Yeah, that is a good one.
Snakes. Almost spiders, but I can stomp on a spider.
You can't stomp on a
snake will just-
snake?
You can't. Well, no, because it'll get you
What if it's a gardener snake?
dead.
You're dead.
I still
It's
want it dead. I hate them. I hate them.
I don't know.
Do you know that? Do you know that I've never broken a bone?
At all?
Not even
You've
one.
never had
Maybe
a
you're
cast
Bruce
or anything?
Willis.
Nope. I'm telling you, I'm Wolverine.
Yeah,
Made of adamantium.
yeah. Maybe it's
Can't
a ginger
disprove it.
thing. I haven't either.
You haven't? Oh my god! I don't think I've ever met anyone else that hasn't broken something.
No, and I fall out of trees all the time.
Why are you climbing
snap,
trees?
son. I've been.
That's
in,
my
like,
business, Graham.
Whoa! I've been in 5 accidents where a car's been totaled and walk straight away. I just get out. It's on fire behind me. I'm like, "What's up?"
Is that actually true?
Another one bites the dust, and then I go get a new car again.
I feel like that's
That
not
car
true.
shouldn't have talked back.
It is true. I've totaled 5.
Were any of them your fault?
No.
Amanda
Drunk
actually
drivers
makes
and-
$400,000 a year, but $399,000 of it is spent on cars. She just drives it like disposable. So it's like, honey, I'm home from work. The car goes flying past the house into a ditch.
Soon they're going to ban me from getting gap insurance because they've had to pay out so many times. So in the US, I don't know if you have this in Canada, but in the US, you can get gap insurance. So whenever your car gets totaled, they pay out whatever it's worth, not what you owe, because you always owe more. Wait, no, they pay what you owe, not what it's worth, because you always owe more than the car's worth. So gap insurance pays the difference.
Jeez, that would
And
be
it's had
handy.
to pay out 5 times for me. So they're like gonna
You're
blacklist
done.
my ass pretty soon. I know,
No more
but
disposable
no,
cars.
never broken a bone.
Yeah, it is weird because I feel like most people have broken bones.
Most, at least when they were a kid, like fell out of a tree, like you said, or something stupid, or like flipped their bike and broke
I fell
their
off
wrist
my
or
bed.
whatever.
And broke a
That
bone.
also, yes. See,
What, Nick?
Did it break a bone?
Yeah, I broke my arm. And I think I've
Yep.
told this before.
Yes, it was bunk beds, wasn't it? Or
Yeah.
am I thinking part of Step Brothers?
yeah, no, that's right.
And I was singing No More Monkeys
Remember
Jumping on the Bed.
Yep, I remember this now.
Busted.
That's the best part.
That was an accurate song at that time.
It was. Do you have any more questions for me, or are we wrapping it up?
I always
What would-
wrap it up.
Oh, Frig. I think
Wow.
we've already asked this.
Jesus
That
Christ.
is good to know.
What
though.
the wub wub, Grim? Jesus.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I don't know if we could beat anything after that.
What were you going to ask me before he interrupted you?
I think we already asked what would be your Patronus if it's not Patron.
Oh,
That's a Harry
some
Potter
form
thing, by the
of
way.
large cat, like a panther or like a tiger or
Or
something.
her favorite cat animal.
Which is
That
what?
she already forgot about.
The Siberian tiger.
The
was-
Siberian tiger? Because it looks like... Okay, so I like Siberian tigers because they look like they're big gizmo cats. Because Gizmo's mostly white.
Oh, I was picturing a saber-toothed tiger. I'm
What's
thinking
wrong with
something
you?
completely
Yeah.
different. I
That
don't
would be
know.
cool. Yes. Also, yes.
She just likes cats.
All of that.
Is that this Patronus thing just your favorite animal, or is there?
It's
Like, is it
supposed to
random?
represent
You.
aura or your soul or you or whatever.
Is it your otherkin? Like your otherkin comes out?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I would say, yeah.
Okay.
It's like that.
Interesting.
Well, Luke's not here to
reference.
defend that. I feel like he'd argue, but
Yeah, well, that's why we got to get these
whatever.
questions done when
That's
he's not
true.
around, so he can't.
I like how he's not here to verify or deny anything that I say.
He can't knowledge bash us.
Harry Potter knowledge bash. Any other ones before we wrap it up?
No, but you
Wrap-
said you had
wrap-
interesting facts, so if you want to do like 5.
Or
8, do
Well,
8.
I told you about the bones, where I haven't broken any bones. Let's see. At one point when I was growing up, we lived in like a trailer house, but not a trailer park, and it was like a double wide that was like attached to the ground, so it was like had stuff built around it, so it was like solid. But at one point, because my mom would not stop feeding stray cats, at one point we had 30-something
Oh my
cats
God.
in my house.
Oh, wow.
Because like two of them had a litter at the same time. It's way too much. Don't feed the strays, you guys. Jesus.
take them to the shelter.
Honestly.
Well, you know what happens to him there.
They get adopted.
Yep.
What else is interesting? So I graduated high school and my class was only 70 people. So from a very small town. I don't know what else is very interesting.
What
Probably
did you
not a
take
lot.
in university?
Business administration with a focus in management.
Hmm.
So that I could just go anywhere pretty much. I wanted it to be super flexible. Like I didn't want to be pigeonholed into like one specific type of industry. So
Yeah.
I just went generic with it. I originally started with computer science because I got a scholarship for computer science to go to University of Texas at Arlington. But after the first semester, my grades were so bad I lost my scholarship.
If you stuck with
And
it, you
changed
could have
my
had
major.
all this.
I know, right? I could have all that mustard in the background there.
All the mustard you could ever look at.
I think
All the
she's throwing
mustard.
some stones at you, Nick.
No, I was just literally
Actually, I'm making
saying
fun of
what's behind
myself.
you.
Don't throw rocks at
You
That's
could
a
have
yourself.
a
pretty pimpin'
porn
couch,
couch.
though.
That
That couch
porn
is
couch.
pimped
is
out.
a pimp couch.
Telling
It's
you.
made of
Mm-hmm.
whatever a pimp would use on furniture.
Velvet.
Yeah, there you go.
Velvet and semen.
Whoa,
Whoa!
that's C, man.
I was
one word.
just counting in my head. I was like, how many seconds before they realized what I said? 1, 2, 3.
So I get asked this a lot. People want to know if my hair is naturally this color, and it is. I don't dye it at all.
I think it's
So
fake.
it's 100% natural. And my eyelashes and my eyebrows are clear unless I put makeup on them because they're still blonde. Like if you can't really see it, but on my arm you can't see
Yeah,
any
you're
hair
blinding me right
because
now.
It's blonde. Sorry. I don't know what else people would want to know. I guess that's about it.
Well, if they want to know more, they can write in on our website, or they can Twitter
That's
us, or even maybe Instagram if you're on that.
That's right.
And
That's right.
I'm more than happy to keep interviewing Amanda. It's shocking and surprising, a lot of the stuff you
Yeah,
know.
why don't we know all this stuff? Like, how long have we been doing this? How long have we been talking? And there's still
Yeah.
stuff we find out.
I didn't know you went around spinning guns all over the place.
Full of surprises. I also know how to twirl chain flags, which are 2 flags together with a chain, and you spin them around kind of like
That's a
nunchucks, but with flags
nunchuck.
on the ends.
That's
Yeah.
pretty dangerous.
It's like that.
So you have a
I
lot.
thought you were
You
gonna
have
say
a lot of hand-eye
chainsaws.
coordination.
We had a flag twirler that also twirled batons, and she twirled knives, and so they like clipped together, and she could spin them around, and then they unclipped, and they were 2 knives. It was amazing.
Really?
Is that a butterfly knife? Is that what that is? Or
It's like a huge one, yeah. It's really
okay.
scary looking.
Huh.
They're really creepy. I was like, I'm not touching that shit. So.
well, she brought a knife to a gun twirl. What was she thinking?
Wow. So somebody sponsor me so I can open up a shop called the Twirlwinds. That's the goal. Hashtag goals.
Yeah. I think that's a good point
to end on. So everybody go to the website, cogpod.net. You can see the blogs there. You can put comments there. We're going to post pictures from DreamHack from last weekend up. And then I guess that's it. You guys ready to say goodbye?
I'm ready.
I'm never ready.
Okay.
Go wub wub
Say
yourselves.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Go wub wub yourself. Bye.
Bye.